What's up everybody, Aditya Mahajan here and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. In today's video, we'll be solving another lead code question number 48, also called as rotate image. This question has been asked in day 25 of a pre-lead code challenge, so let's get started. You are given an n by n 2D matrix representing an image. Rotate the image by 90 degrees clockwise. You have to rotate the image in place, which means that you have to modify the 2D input matrix directly. Do not allocate another 2D matrix and do the rotation. Okay, so what basically they are saying is that we are given an image of n by n matrix and each cell would contain a number and we need to rotate that complete matrix clockwise, that is to your right. Okay, so they have also given a few constraints, that is the length, the number of rows and number of columns in the matrix would be n, and n would be from 1 to 20, and the element of each cell would contain the value from minus 1000 to 1000. Now let us look at a few examples to understand the problem statement better. So this is our first example that we are given. We are given a 3 by 3 matrix and we need to rotate it by 90 degree to clockwise direction. Okay, so this is the clockwise direction and we rotate it. So one goes here, which was on 0 0 comma 0 index, and it goes to the last of the first row. Then 2 goes in the second row and 3 goes in the last row at the last element. Similarly, we have 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so this is our final output after doing the rotation to the 90 degree. Similarly, in second example too, we are given just a 4 by 4 matrix doing all the same operations, and after doing rotation, you can see what our output is. If they are also said that if we just have a single element matrix, then we do not have to do anything and we just return that. And similarly goes with the fourth example, that is we have a 2 by 2 matrix, we just need to rotate it 90 degree. And I think now the problem statement is clear. Now let us look at how we can approach to the solution of the problem. So the first approach is the most basic or the naive approach that anyone can come up with. In this approach, we will be using O of m space, whereas m belongs to the number of elements in the matrix. What we'll basically do is we'll just create another matrix of size n by n, and then we will look at a observation that we need to note. So basically, while creating a new matrix, we just while populating the elements, we just need to take care of one thing, that every row of our original matrix becomes the column but in reverse order. Okay, so for example, the first row becomes the last column in our rotated matrix. Similarly, the second row, which is this one, 4 5 6, becomes the column that is the second column. Okay, and very similarly, the third row becomes the first column in our rotated matrix. That's it. That is the first approach, but there is also one more condition in the problem statement given, that you have to do it in place. So this approach goes out of the question. Now let us look at the second approach. To understand the second approach very clearly, you need to take a very closer look to the examples that we are given and look at some of the observations. So let us look at what I am talking about. If you look at the position of 1 in the original matrix and position of 1 in the rotated matrix, then it is going from this position to this position. Okay, if you look at 3, it is going from here to here at the bottommost position. If you look at 9, it is going from bottommost to the complete right side to the first element in the last row. Okay, and if you look at 7, then from bottommost position, it is going to the top. Okay, so there is a kind of circular rotation of the elements. Also, if you look at the center elements too, they are rotating in a very similar fashion. That is, if you take a look at 2, then it is going from here to here on the position of 6. If you look at 6, then it is going to the position of 8. If you look at 8, it is going to the position of 4, and if you look at 4, it is going to the position of 2. Okay, so they are basically going in a circular fashion, and this can be implemented in the code. Okay, so before showing you the code, I also wanted to show you the a simple animation that LeetCode has presented, and that animation is really superb and it will help you a lot better to understand this approach in 4 by 4 matrix and some other questions. Okay, so let us look at that animation of LeetCode. Okay, so this is the code and we will look at the animation earlier. So you can just go to the solution tab, and under the first approach you can see that animation that they have given. So basically this is the same code but in Python. Okay, so they are taking the initial image and making showing us a modified image. So basically what they are doing is they are initially taking the n equal to the length of the matrix, that is it would basically give us the rows and the columns that are present in that particular matrix. Okay, and after that they are applying two for loops. Okay, and the for loops would be from I equal to 0 to n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is basically the floor division in the Python. Okay, so now let us look at how they have shown. So this is a 5 by 5 matrix they have given. Okay, so and you can see how the elements are being rotated in a circular fashion. So initially they are taking the bottommost element, that is 21, into the temp. Okay, so that is they are storing the n minus 1 minus jth index comma I of matrix in the temp variable, and after storing that they are moving forward, and they go on replacing the elements in the circular fashion. Now you can see. Okay, so at this position they are moving 25, then they are moving 5, and then they are moving 1, and then they are putting 21 that was in the temp to its earlier position. Now after first iteration, 4 elements are at its proper place. In second iteration they are doing the same thing, taking 16 into temp, then moving 24, then moving 10, and then moving 2 in its position and placing the 16 again back at its position. Okay, so in this way it goes on completing, and after the end of the two for loops we will be left with the rotated image or the rotated matrix that we are given. Okay, so if you can look at the complete animation in the LeetCode, and this is our code that is in C++. We are doing the same thing, taking the rows and columns with matrix.size with n, then applying two for loops for I 0 to n plus 1 by 2 and for j 0 to n by 2. And then we have you need to make sure that you are using proper indices, because if you go out of bounds then there might be a runtime error. Okay, so for we are taking the last element by this n minus 1 minus j of I comma I of matrix, then we are putting the n minus 1 minus j and n minus j minus 1 element of the matrix into the previous one, that is we have copied in temp, and we go on rotating further, and then we have first we had I and then we had j in place of I, and then we keep on doing this. So these indexes are matter, you need to take care of those, and finally we are doing matrix of I comma j and putting the temp element back. Okay, so now let us look at the third approach that we can come up with. For the third approach you just need a little bit of math, not too much, but I think you can understand it with it. Okay, so now let us look at the what things that are required. Okay, so you would require a transpose of a matrix. So this is a Wikipedia source, that is what transpose basically means is it flips the matrix over its diagonal. Okay, so basically it switches its rows and column indices of the matrix by producing another matrix, often denoted by a and we have t on the top. Okay, so now let us look at one example of the transpose. So this is the input, and after transposing we are having something like this. Okay, so if you notice the matrix elements properly, then what basically is happening is these two elements are shifted, I mean replaced with each other. Then we have these two elements 7 and 3, and then we have 8 and 6. Okay, so in a matrix when we do a transpose, these two elements shift their place. So 1 5 and 9, the diagonal elements which are present would remain on its same position, and the remaining elements that are present, they just shift its position diagonally with respect to the diagonal also, to say. So that is 4 and 2 have changed the place, 7 and 3 had replaced the place, and 8 and 6 have replaced the place. So this is the transpose, and after doing a transpose we just need to do a little thing to tweak to get our final answer, is to reverse the complete row of that particular matrix. Okay, so there are two operations to perform, that is to rotate the element clockwise 90 degree, that is first to take a transpose of that matrix and then to reverse every row of that particular matrix. Okay, so you can do the reverse with any approach, by two pointer or with directly the reversing the array. So now let us look at one more animation that has also been made by LeetCode, so that you can understand it better. Okay, so I have commented out the first approach code, and now let us look at the animation. This is also present in the solution section of the lead code, and this is the animation that I was talking about. So basically, they have just showed it in a very proper animation format. So first, we are doing a transpose, and while doing a transpose, what basically happens is you can see that all the elements with respect to the main diagonal are flipped with respect to each other. Okay, so after flipping, they are doing the second operation, and that is reversing every row. Okay, so you can see that every row is being replaced, and the central thing remains as it is. And that is, they have shown a rotated matrix, and they are showing the transpose plus reverse matrix and showing that they both are equal. Okay, so that is the animation that they are given. Now let us look at the code. I mean, the code is literally very simple. And so basically in the code, what we are basically doing is we are initially taking the row and column, very similar to the first approach with matrix dot size. Then we are doing a transpose. For transpose, we basically need to swap two elements of I comma j with matrix of j comma I. So that is what we are doing. So we are swapping the matrix of j comma I with matrix of I comma j. So I'm just using here STL swap method, which is help to swap two elements. So that is what we are doing. And after that, we need the only step that is remaining is to reverse every row of the matrix. Okay, so you can use the two pointer approach that we have, that is going to every row and swapping the two elements with the two pointer method, or you can directly go to every row and reverse that with the reverse function of STL. That is what we have done here, and that is takes two parameters, the begin and end iterator of that particular data structure what we having. And after that, we do not even have to return it because everything is done in place, and that's it. That is the code. Now let us try to run our code and see if it works. Okay, now let's just submit it. And that's it. We are getting faster than 58% of C++ and less than 67.79% of C++ online submission. So that's all for this video, guys. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you did not understand anything, comment below. I will try to comment as fast as possible. And join the Discord server. Code link will be in the description. And subscribe for more such lead code content. That's all. See you in the next one. Bye bye.